What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Just give me a one in the chat. Let me know everything's going well. All right. Today we're going to be talking about product research. So fun stuff here, right? Everybody's doing product research, whether it's your second, third product. Maybe you want to, eventually expand. You're currently selling, or you're just trying to get started here. So I wanted to review just kind of quickly. If you're struggling to get started with product research, kind of what tools I use and kind of how to go down the rabbit hole, everything like that. Today we'll also be going over Q&A questions. The format's changed a little bit, which I'll be going over here in a bit. But of course, if you guys need to get in the Facebook group, the link's down below, and that's a free Facebook group to get first dibs on questions there. Let me see if people can hear me. Taylor Xavier, hello, how's it going? Okay, so looks like you guys can hear me okay. So let's get started into product research. Okay, so of course I use Helium 10 here, and product research apps aren't the be all end all of product research. Okay, there's a lot I do in regards to going down rabbit holes, being creative, but I struggle getting the creative juices flowing. So I need something to sort through the millions of products on Amazon to essentially go down rabbit holes and everything like that on Amazon to feel the fire a little bit here. So we have tools like Black Box here. We'll be using tools like Magnet, Cerebro as well. But just clicking the Black Box here, this is usually how I like to get started. So if you guys are struggling to get started, I go into the keyword section of Black Box, and you guys need Helium 10. The link's down below as well. Free discount code, everything like that. Of course, if you get Jungle Scout Viral Launch, that works too. So search volume here. So this is based off keywords, right? So not just products itself, because I like to essentially find a keyword that I can dominate, that's very niche down, that's very specific, and I can tailor a product to that specific search to really just dominate that search and then eventually be able to go broader, right? So I know if I come in, find a keyword, I make a product just for that keyword, and no one else is really doing that in the way it should be done. I know if say it's 1,000 searches per month, 2,000 searches per month, I know I right away, whether it's 0 reviews, 5 reviews, 10 reviews, I'm going to do very well on that keyword. And eventually, say it takes 30 reviews, 50 reviews, whatever it is, obviously high quality reviews. That's going to be my staple. That's going to be my foundation of sales and traffic coming through. And then that gives you a nice bouncing platform to launch off of, essentially to go for more broad keywords that are a little bit more competitive. And essentially, but you just have that sales velocity kind of captured, right? So that's the easiest way, in my opinion, to kind of start off strong. So, go to search volume here, 1,000. Let's go to 3,500 today. Again, I'm pretty flexible with this kind of stuff. So 4,000 to say 13,000 today. I'll mix this stuff up all the time, guys. So there's no magic to this. Monthly revenue, I just want to make sure it makes sense. 1,000 to 3,500, it's good here. Price 14 to say 50. Again, we don't want too low of a price because FBA fees will cut into that pretty hard. Review count, let's go max 650 today. Again, say we find someone in here with a review count of 650, right? But they're broad. They're hitting on a lot of broad keywords, which we can look at Cerebro. They don't really scare me as much as, because I'm going to tailor my product to be more specific to that search. So they're really not competition in that lens for that keyword. On the broad scale, yes, but for that niche down search, not so much. Review rating, don't care about right here. Word count, I like to put a minimum of 3 here, sometimes 4, sometimes 5, but essentially just how big the phrase is in general. Categories, let's go arts, crafts, sewing. Let's go beauty and personal care today. Again, I switch some of these up sometimes. And I feel you guys should do the same, right? Just kind of be creative. There's maybe certain categories you want to get into yourself. All right. Okay. And then shipping size tier here. Small standard size, fine. Large standard size, small oversized. Kind of avoid medium large, but sometimes I'll go in there and just search for those because sometimes there's some low hanging fruit there. Search those. And we have our list of keywords, right? So we can go through here. It's not just giving me one product, it's giving me a whole keyword field to look at. And I can look at the whole lens of the market for that keyword by just, going here, right? Instead of just going by product and then reverse kind of hunting what the keywords are for that. This kind of gets me off a little quicker. Uh, that was inappropriate. I didn't mean to do that, but that's hilarious. If you guys caught that, giggle at my expense there. Self-closing gate hinges, dinosaur wall decor. Um, let's see. So dinosaur wall decor, that's interesting. So let's open that up. View on Amazon. 21st birthday gifts. Sometimes this is good to get the ideas flowing, but a little bit more broad as far as it's harder to dominate these keywords, but maybe we start 3 to 5 variations in there and test out some different things. Bandsaw blades, adjustable furniture feet, large ceramic face, round outdoor cushions, quilt hanger for wall display, ring wireless, ring bundle, hair dryer, ceramic berry basket. That's very unique. Um, Chicken apron saddle. Let's take a look at that. Transfer furniture. Let's go to page 2 here. Graduation car decorations. Nah. Funky bathroom decor. Will you marry me? Hanging fruit hammock. Let's see. Washing machine cover. Swing canopy replacement top. Wood laid tools. So I'm really just finding things that, based on my experience that kind of, catch my eye. Silicone crock pot liner. White vase for pampas grass. Tree watering ring. Urine collection hat for toilet. What is? I just got to see what that is. We probably not a great product, but I need to see what that is. Uh, 3 Victorian home decor, cat Mother's Day gifts. Kind of sad, but we'll take a look. Resin heating mat, shoes off doormat, rooster kitchen rug. Okay, let's check that out. Hot air balloon, disposable slippers for guest, eyebrow mapping kit, Western wedding decor. That's very niche down. Holy cow. My fiance would love a Western themed wedding. Being sarcastic there. Wind socks and spinners, scrub dresses for nurses, crossfire safety glasses, bird wall art, dried baby's breath. I got to see what that is. That's weird. Okay, that's enough ideas. Okay, so you see I open up a ton of tabs here. Dried baby's breath. Looks like a flower bouquet. Not interested in that. Oops. Okay, we got Western wedding decor. So stuff like this, when it's like, what's the other one here? Cat Mother's Day gifts, as well as, what was the 21st birthday gifts? Stuff like this is like, you're going to see a very wide range variety of things here. So what I personally do in these fields is I would have, which is kind of a con, right? Because it's going to be many variations, kind of tough when you first do. But say, it's shot glasses or some type of, glass I want to do. I'm going to have 3 to 5 different variations to test out, right? Because it's whatever catches that person's fancy that day for that wedding. And so I want to cast a huge net and kind of see what my best winners are and double down the winners, throw out the old ones that aren't working, and then test new ones and go from there, right? It also could be where, I have these gift bags, I have shot glasses, I have wine cups, and I'm testing out 3 to 5 different products in general, not just variations and designs of stuff, and kind of going from there to kind of dominate and see which kind of products land here, right? And I figure out what one that lands, then I'm making variations of that. So say it's shot glass, then I'm making, that's my best selling product. Okay, I'm getting a bunch of variations of shot glasses just to dominate that field. Okay, because these are more like, again, where we go to rooster kitchen rug, these are all rugs, right, with roosters on them. This is very, straightforward as far as that, where this is, you're getting boot glasses, weird coverings, leather works, fans, things like that, right? So let's go in here and take a look at the wedding decor here. Okay. So we have some things disselected, which is kind of weird. Not sure. Filter results. Clear filters, apply filters. So I might be getting rid of my sponsored here. I'll take a look at this later. It's just starting weird at like number 6, 7, 12 here. So I'm not sure if I did something earlier when I was looking around or something. But anyways, let's take a look here. So we have 14,000 for these vintage candle sets, wedding box things, wedding ring boxes, 225,000 for these lights here. So right off the bat, let's take a look at these. Let's click into these. I'm not sure why my Helium 10's not pulling that up. I must have messed with my settings somehow. 7,000, 11,000 here for different sets of this. So it could be different versions of this. We just have quantities. We could do styles. We could do colors. We could do, they could be all sorts of stuff here. Different sizes, not just packs, but kind of low review rating here. These are actually selling pretty well. These are interesting to me. Let's go back. I don't see any other versions of this on the top page either. What we could also do, so say, you want to see the more competition, not just for this keyword that's very broad and different things here. We can go into here, click into here. It loads a little bit slower once I'm streaming here, so forgive the slowness of this. But what I want to do is I want to see, okay, what does the competition look for these types of products here? So I run Cerebro on it. And what this does, it does a reverse ASIN lookup for these products. So I can go find other keywords they're ranking for. So I go into here, position rank here, 1 to say, let's go to 12 here. So where are they ranking organically, 1 to 12, and go by search volume. So if I know they're ranking, 1 through 12 there, I can assume they're getting sales on those organic keywords. So we see the first one here, which is our keyword, Western Wedding Decor at 1200, but there's actually a more niched keyword, boot shot glasses, we can look into. So this is what I'm doing on Amazon. I'm using Black Box to kind of get on Amazon, get ideas flowing, and then I'm kind of reverse looking up products here, then looking at different keywords and just keeping the ideas flowing here. So we can look here, 181 here, 73 here, 186 here. That's a little different here. This one's come with hats, necklaces here. We see the reviews are very low for this niche in general. The problem with this kind of stuff, with this keyword here, is they all look the same, right? Like we see 3,000, 8,000. Again, I'm not getting all the search volume here. Filtered results. What is being filtered out? Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. If you guys know what I'm doing here, just hit me up in the chat there, but it is what it is. So we see 3,000 sales, 8,000 in sales. So not terrible here. These ones are a little different. We're not getting a full picture here, so we'll have to look into the organic ones. Let's open these up because I want the full data here. So these are 181. No data. Well, that's fantastic. Let's see here. This was the one we saw previously. I was doing pretty well. I got a feeling this was going to pull up no data as well. Yeah, no data. That is weird. Let's go back here. Sixth guy was doing pretty well. This is one I'd probably put on my list and come back later to, for when the data is working or if I figure out what I'm doing wrong here. Let's see, 8,000. So this guy's in 8th spot. He's doing 8,000. This person's in the 3rd spot doing 3,000. So it's not terrible there. Yeah, this is one I would come back to a little later here. But then we can also look into, rustic tablecloths here, Western leatherworks, all sorts of stuff here. Let's move on though, just for the sake of getting reps in. But that one does have my interest. That one's intriguing. Rooster kitchen rug here. So this product here obviously is it's a rug, right? So it's a little bit more tied into, we'd be doing a rug for sure. It's not like we'd be trying different products. This is something where I definitely test out many variations at once to kind of see what's going on there, see what works. All right. 6,200. Filter results 15 out of 60. So we're missing some data here. So I just maybe picked the 1 hour they're doing updates or something, which is fantastic to do this live. I will say this is not my favorite field to get into because, again, it's kind of like what fits their fancy. You test out a lot of variations. We see people already with 5 colors patterns. different colors here as well. Reviews are a little low. Let's go on to cat Mother's Day gifts. So we see sleeping cat stained glass window. Something for the window there. Cat mom, wind chimes, best fluffing mom ever. So different products here. Same thing with the Western decor for weddings. Kind of see what fits best there. Let's pull up data, see if we can get anything cooking there. But you guys get this idea of what I'm doing, right? I'm just pulling things up, kind of see what's going on. We see, that's kind of sexist, a cleaning kit for moms there. We see the top one's not even pulling up here, so I apologize. I'm not sure what's going on here. But you can see what I'm doing, right? So what I do is, find kind of what's doing well between the $5,000 to $10,000 range there, maybe 3,000 depending on kind of the niche in general there, and kind of reverse engineer what's going on there. Urine collection hat for toilet. So these are generic products, kind of commodities that I wouldn't do, but we needed to see what, oh, it's for like a specimen sample. I just wanted to see what's going on there. Chicken apron saddle here. So they're putting saddles on chickens. What, are you going to put your cat on there to ride? Oh gosh, what is that for? There must be a reason they put those on. Again, you could do different designs here, which we see people are doing. You see this one just absolutely killing it. Yeah, this one's doing very well. About 38,000 per month there. So this one's definitely hitting on more keywords than just us. So if you wanted to see the full market, you do a Cerebro search on them. Ceramic berry basket here. Again, we have different designs, which we already see, right? So what I'm looking for, so say I go to ceramic berry basket, right? And I just see white ones right here. And I don't see this. I don't see different designs, different colors. Well, that tells me there's an opening in that market where I'm going to do different designs, colors. We see a woven one right here. We see all types of stuff. So this is something where like, okay, people are already thinking of my ideas here. Maybe there's something we could pair it with. That'd be something, going down the rabbit hole of, figuring out what goes well with it. Getting to know that market a little bit more. We see the data pulling up for this one very well. So it's all in order there. So 17,000, 20,000. I'll move this up so you guys can see too a little better. 17,000, 20,000, 6,000, 5,000. So sales are there for sure. Maybe a little out of range because it looks like it's already a developed market. Excuse me. I kind of like to see the 6,000, 5,000, 3,000, maybe an 8,000 in here as well. Where I see 20,000, 17,000, that's a good amount of volume. They're pushing 600 and they're kind of already established themselves in the market. And this market is going to get a lot of attention too, just in the fact of the sales are up there. 21st birthday gifts. So we got cards 21 years ago, back in 2002. That's cool. That's something that has to update every year, though, most likely. Cards, shot glasses, cups, glasses here. So very similar to the wedding kind of niche. Shot glasses. Okay. Let's take a look at these sales. What's cool about this, so say we go to shot glasses, right, which is doing 13,000 a month here in this little middle finger, 20 plus that. Well, we just get a clever designer, say on Upwork, to design us like 3 to 5 different versions of this, right? And they're shot glasses. They're gonna be so cheap to do. And we can, test these out to go there. Until we find something that pops off in the market like this, right? That's something that's like trendy, clever, something you could put on TikToks, YouTube Shorts, Instagram that'll be like, oh, that's so cute. I'm gonna get that for my, my sister or my friend, whoever, my daughter, for her 21st, right? We see makeup bags here. Little bundle here that's doing well. So these bundles, you can even like deconstruct these bundles. Like we all know these do well, like doing 41,000 a month. So we can kind of take some ideas for products right here and maybe individualize them out a bit. Yeah, the same thing with the Western decor for me here is I would test out different products here. I'd probably go with the shot glasses, and it'd be really easy and cheap to test out, and maybe test out some tumblers. Candles are a little harder to manufacture, but that's just because I'm very nitpicky. I don't want to have a candle that's out there spraying fumes at everybody. Okay, that one's interesting as well. Something I put on my list here. Dinosaur wall decor. We have dinosaur alphabet per dinosaur here, which is kind of cool and clever. Again, something where we test out many different variations of products here. So tracks on the wall. Sales are a little low across the board here. Dinosaur wall art posters. Dinosaur alphabet chart. Let's see, nightlight for kids dinosaur toys. So something like this doing 18,000. Dinosaur nursery. So wall decor here. I see it popping up. You know, this wall art is doing 3,000 a month. This is doing 4,800. So something like this I could take, run Cerebro, see if there's any other keywords going for it. So dinosaur decor, we see there's nursery decor, wall art. So we see like a combined right here. So decor, nursery decor, wall art, bedroom decor. We see a combination here of like 1,300 here, 2,300. I'm just adding these in my head, right? 2,300 to 40. So 4,400 searches right here for something that's very targeted. So we see lights pop up. The alphabet one's doing pretty well. So maybe we'd make different versions of this. See one that popped up that's glow in the dark nursery decor. So we see wall art paints right here. Again, we can get a designer to make these very easily to get, different things to pop off here. RAR means I love you in dinosaur. Nice. It's pretty clever. So that's kind of what we're looking for, right? Some established products where we know that we can just make them better if we don't think they're very well done, like unique in our own ways, test out different ones, because stuff like this, like it's always going to be evolving. And if you evolve the market yourself, get really good at testing out new products quickly, it's something you could take advantage of, right? So that seems to be a theme of the day just from the products we found right away. But yeah, guys, that's Cerebro, and the black box tool, X-ray, kind of all in fashion there. And what I'd be doing is I would be, making an Excel list to come back to these, get more ideas, go deeper into them, kind of see what I can do there. And, I get a list of 10 to 15 ideas cooking, and I go back to maybe 3 or 4 I really like and just kind of go deeper down the rabbit hole to see, okay, can I bundle this with this, or what designs would work here? Where are the holes in the market? What are my best keywords? How, based on this search, how can I make this better and tailor it to the search a little better, right? Yes, hopefully you guys found that a little bit helpful. Product research is tough to do that live, just because, I'm just kind of winging it. That's what product research is. You're just kind of being creative, taking the time to do it. So that's a very realistic look of how product research is done. So hopefully you guys, got some insights there. Okay, on to Q&A here. So something you guys should be knowing for future Q&As is I'll just be focusing as we get more and more questions. I'll be focusing on the top 5 questions that go deeper on those questions, and not just, spraying questions over here. So go through these and every week, like them. So the ones with the most likes will be the questions I answer there. So we'll go back based on that rating system, to make sure that I'm going deeper in the questions that actually matter. And, as we get to 20 to 40, 50, 60, questions, I can actually go through them in the time I have here to do these lives here. So going on to this question here by Brett. Hey everyone, wonder if anyone has experience selling products with color variations and including the option to buy in different sets, sizes, or multiples. I have one color in production, but I will be getting another color produced soon. I was also wanting to give customers the option to be a single product or a 2-pack for a reduced price. Wondering how to set this up and if I can get away with just using one FN SKU for each single pack in a given color and have Amazon send to when the customer chooses that option. Or maybe there's a better way to do this. I hope that makes sense. I would really appreciate any feedback. So Brett, if you want them to have the easiest option possible, like in a 2-pack, you're going to have to get a different FN SKU. It's going to be a totally different listing, totally different variation on that listing. So the FN SKU will be different. I would only do this if they're already ordering. You see customers ordering sets of 2 frequently, right? That tells you like they want this in a 2-pack. So the 2-pack would do well. If there's everybody orders one every single time, well, that's probably, maybe it's not the best option, something you could test out. But it's, the more options you have on your product page, the more confused the buyer could get of what the best, kind of option is, right? And they'll be sitting there thinking, well, I want the blue, but do I need the 1-pack, 2-pack? Maybe they get a text and they get confused, right? And they just kind of lose interest. So, just don't throw a 2-pack on there to be a 2-pack. If you think it would do well, obviously do it. I'm not saying it wouldn't. But just kind of keep that in mind as you figure this out. So what you're going to do to set this up is you're just going to go to your master, or wouldn't be your master, but your parent listing for those variations, and you'd add in, it'd probably be a size or pack quantity variation as well as a color quantity or a color option, right? And you can add these in. So you have 2 different options. Not every field and product has this available. And sometimes you might be just fixed to one and can't add the second because you've already established the listing that way. And you'll have to do a product upload file, which is a little annoying, but totally doable. Something you could, get case support to help you out with and give you directions for that. It'll take a little trial and error to get done, but that's the way you'd set that up, is go to the parent listing and add those variations in like a new product. Okay. Let's see. Next one's Oscar. My first order was 350 units, started selling March 21st. I'm down at 201 so far. Should my second order be more than 350 or not necessarily? I just don't want to have a bunch of units sitting in the warehouse. Yeah, if you've only sold 149, at max, maybe just another 350. You can keep some outside the warehouse as well to trickle that in, but it doesn't look like your volume is matching another expanded order yet. If you starting to exponentially your growth, obviously factor that in. But from what I've seen so far, I don't think you have to go more than 350 here. Okay. On to Perry Cambo here. Hi Cameron, I noticed that my IPI score is decreasing. My sales velocity is increasing. Most recently, my sales velocity is the highest it's ever been, but my IP score is the lowest it's ever been. It keeps declining. I have no strain in inventory. Everything is at max health except sell-through rate, which is decreasing, and my sales velocity increases. Why is this happening? It's a lagged metric, Perry. So I would just give it another 30 days. If you keep increasing your sales velocity, your IPI score should rise. You also have to factor in how long your inventory has been in the warehouse. And they do a sell-through rate, probably over the last 30 days, 14 days. I'm not sure. They probably stagger it just like everything else they do. But I would just hang in there and, how long has this been happening? Probably a week, 2 weeks. I give it a full month to kind of reset and see that going. I would just keep pumping out sales velocity, my man. On to the next one here. So Tina Dang. How does combining 2 products in one box work? Let's say my first supplier does not have one of the material I want, so I would need to find another supplier that has it. If I want to combine the product together, do my second supplier send the material to my first supplier? Do I need to find a freight forwarder to ship it out to them? Is the shipping extra charge? Both suppliers located in China. So Tina, you have most of this correct. So my main product, what I'm doing is if I have to find a second supplier for my add-on product, my bundle, I'm having that second manufacturer reach out and ship those goods to that other manufacturer to package it fully. Now, they can talk to each other. Yes, you're going to have some shipping costs here, but local freight in China, hopefully they're within range of each other, right? So, China's a very big country. So the further it is away from each other, the more expensive it will be. But get a quote here. Talk to your first supplier to see if they'll bring that over to them, or sorry, your second supplier to see if they'll bring it over to them and get a quote. I personally would try not to use a freight forwarder in this option, but you can get a quote from them. But that's what you do. Yes, you just let your first manufacturer know that your second supplier is going to be delivering your bundle set over to them to package. Make sure that's okay, which in most cases it's okay. Have your second manufacturer give you a quote for shipping on that, and then go to a freight forwarder if they're having issues with that. Niking Atabong. Hi Cameron, I'm stuck on 2 suppliers for my product. One supplier is a better price, and the quality of the product is good enough, though it has one tiny quirk that I don't think will be a problem for customers. Those suppliers are more expensive for essentially a more premium version of the product. The product is designed in a way that makes it work better. Computer mouse where one clicks better than another. I'm essentially torn if I should spend more money in buying a better quality item, even though the less expensive item is good enough. I would have to increase my sales price, of course, to get the margin I want. Also, this item that is not currently sold on Amazon, so I can't use the data to see which versions customers like better. I've tried negotiating as well, but supplier's not budging. Also consider bumping my first order quantity to 1,000 units. So it depends on what that difference is, King. I always lean on the side of I want a better product, right? If this is a product I want to sell long term. To me, it's worth selling at a lower margin to have the best quality on the market, right? Obviously, if you got to charge like $60 more, $10, $30 more, depending on what that market allows, you got to weigh that into it. But if it's between a 20 to 30% margin, so say my more expensive supplier gives me a 20% margin or a 15% margin, and my second supplier, or the less quality supplier, I should say, it gives me a 30% margin. Well, if I know I'm going to be ordering more and getting that price cut down eventually, I lean towards the more premium product. Okay. So if you know your supplier that's more expensive, that the price will drop as you order more and more and more, then I'd be willing to do that, right? Because I know I'm going to have the best product out there. The fact that that product doesn't exist on Amazon tells me there's no, sorry, my phone dinged there. Tells me there's no price points for anybody else anyway. So you're going to dictate that market to begin with. Now, I'm not saying overcharge for the product, but probably gives you more flexibility to make that work. Okay. 1,000 units for an unproven product though, that's quite a bit. That's a lot. If you're going to send some home, fine. But for a non-proven product, it doesn't have, search volume or relative products on there that are doing well, it's going to be slower. You're going to have to educate the market. You're going to have to, be very patient there. So 1,000 units right away seems like a lot. But again, if you think this long-term, you'll be sending external traffic, whether that's TikTok, influencers, whatever, it might work, but I would, I'd be lean when I first send products in there. And if I had to order 1,000, I'd keep some at home. So yeah, guys, that is it. Hopefully that was helpful there. Yeah, cool guys. I hope that was good. Again, if you want to get in the Facebook group, make sure you click the link down below. And of course we give out a lot of stuff in there as far as, PDF guides, some videos in there, my resources, stuff like that. Otherwise,